All I am is a man. I want the world in my hands. I hate the beach, but I stand in California with my toes in the sand. Use the sleeves of my sweater, let's have an adventure. Head in the clouds, but my gravity centered. Touch my neck and I'll touch yours. You and those little high-waisted shorts. Oh.
So today is August 6th and we're gonna make our drive towards Utah. It's gonna be my first trip out of the state by myself. I've been to more countries than states at this point, and I'm not gonna lie, I am way more nervous for this trip. And I just planned this maybe a couple days ago, or I know the destination. I for sure want to go to Utah. They have amazing national parks, but plans wise, it's a lot harder to wing. The closest city to Zion is Springdale, and each day was like freaking above $100 per night. So I'm gonna stay 30 minutes out from the national park. This morning I applied for permits for Angel's Landing, so we'll see if I'll win the lottery and get to do the hike. But now I'm gonna start my 5.5-hour drive. That's the thing I don't like about the US is the grand size of everything. You have to drive yourself and be stuck in this box. There's not much public transportation such as other countries. For a split second, for the other day, I went on skyscanner.com just to see if there's any cheap tickets to Central America, and I did find some, and I knew that was my comfort zone. But this is what I want to do now, you know. I have some of my gear, I have the fitness level, I have the destination. Now it's up to me to see how cool I could make this of a trip. So 8 days of freedom, here we come. So I've got 273 miles straight towards Vegas on this 2-lane highway. Cruise control is on. That means it's time to start yapping to the camera to make time go by quicker. If you may wonder, how am I always getting these days off? 8 days off, randomly. Well, as my day job, if you haven't known yet, I am working part-time as a registered nurse. And it is an absolute gratitude for 12-hour schedules. I've never realized how much 12-hour scheduling could be such a big impact on my lifestyle. I got lucky this week where the first week I worked the first 2 days beginning, and then the second week I worked the last 2 days, which gives me the 9-gap day that I'm having. So Don, why are you always solo? Why are you always going on trips with nobody but just you and the road? Well, here are some things I've stuck to, some values. Well, the first thing I believe is that it's better to have gone solo than to have never gone at all. And right now, I'm currently 25 years old, just turned 25 in June. And looking around my surroundings, it's reality. Friends get into relationships, friends are focused on their careers, everybody's on their own hustle. And I'm on my own hustle too. But I don't want to miss out on these experiences. I know that time is very limited, and especially that this season of my life is also limited. The season of life where I don't have much real big boy responsibilities. I go to work, I live with my parents, and I'm proudly to say that I get to chip in with rent and help them out. I wake up and there's breakfast. I get to see my parents because time is limited on earth. They're not going to be here forever. And I don't really have much need to move out right now. Of course, it would be nice to have your independence, but I'm not just in that season of life yet right now. I enjoy going to work 2 days out of the week and here and there picking up a third shift, and then having a lot of free time that allows me to do these type of activities. If I was paying rent, it would be so hard for me to just fly out of the country and do these type of trips. And I'm a believer that the more things that you own, the more things you're responsible for, the more mental stress you have to go through. Every single thing you own in this earth is one thing to worry about. Now, you may ask, do you ever get lonely on these trips, on these lonely trips? And the truthful answer is yes. There are moments where I do feel lonely, where especially you look around and you wish you had somebody to spend this view with, this amazing sunset. But everything in life is a perspective. in the last 3 years, I've learned that it is within your power to change your mindset. Best, whenever I feel lonely, I remind myself that this is solitude. Happiness is now. I used to believe that once I get this, once I get A, once I get B, I'll be happy. But overall, once you get B, now you're looking towards C. And that's how you live a life that isn't very fulfilling, by always chasing the next thing. Corporate biking into this trip, even though I don't have the things planned. I could have my own freedom. I could bike to the trailhead, lock up my bike, and then start hiking. And that is a risk of theft. But I thought about it. The people that enter national parks, they pay good money, and most likely are people with disposable income as well. So why would they be there to steal a bike? So I'm not going to stress about that. That's a lot of stoicism right there. You focus on what's in your control. A lot of people stress about things and overthink on things they don't have control at all, really. I hate to say it, but I started living this lifestyle after the biggest lesson was heartbreak. Heartbreak was probably one of the best things to have happened to me. Ending a relationship of almost 5.5 years with your high school sweetheart. Yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow at first. All of a sudden, the world was super new. You didn't have somebody over your shoulder to just lean on, and now everything became so brand new. And I think that's why it was the most important thing for me, because I realized that I was living life in autopilot. I never was really present. I let things go by, and through loss, you start to realize how valuable the things you have are. Not materialistic things, but just in general, life. All of a sudden, after heartbreak, I started paying more attention to myself, my mindset of my beliefs, my perspectives on things. Going to the darkest bottom was the best thing to have happened to me, because the only thing from the bottom is to go up. Now, I'm very grateful for everything I have, for any experience, for every relationship, friendship. It just puts you into perspective. It got me out of this automatic, robotic, monotonous life. Now, I am chasing for adventure and experiences. It would be nice to have a partner to do these adventures with, but once again, I believe that the universe will align, and I'd rather wait for that special one instead of just chasing to the comfort just to say that I have somebody to lean my shoulder on. My phone just rang right now. I got a notification that my card got charged $3. So I think that's a good sign that my lottery permit went through. Let's check it out together. So let's refresh this. Reserved! We got permits for Angel's Landing, baby. That's for tomorrow. Mother Nature is just choosing me this year. I got permits for Yosemite, the wilderness permits to go backpacking, and then now I just got freaking permits for Angel's Landing, dude. Hell yeah. So we've officially checked in. We are in the city of Hurricane, which is 25 minutes away from Zion National Park. I'm pretty proud with what I found. This room was about $40 per night, so not too shabby, but honestly, it's pretty too fancy for me. My standards of living after staying in hostels are so low. Back then, I used to need a curtain on my dorm, and now I literally just need a bed and my sleeping mask. But the planning now begins. I know that tomorrow I'll be doing Angel's Landing. I don't know what time I want to start it yet. For sure, I want to run away from the heat. So as much as possible, get there early and avoid the shuttle mess. I got 3 nights here. I don't know what I'm going to do in the next couple of days. Therefore, I shall plan right now so I don't waste any time. Cut. Fit check at almost 12 a.m. I don't know why I always do this, but every time I have a big day, I always sleep late.
It's like sometimes when you just sleep late and you don't get that much sleep, it's like you take a nap and you don't wake up groggy, you know? It's like a power nap. See the rock formations.
The best part about this is that I can go on my own schedule. I don't have to wait for any shuttles to come and pick me up to get to the next point. I got this road all to myself. We are trail running this biatch. I'm trying to get out of the sun ASAP. So once it's up later, I want to be on my way down. But also, so I can have Angel's Landing to myself. Wow. Started from the bottom all the way over there. Went up here. Up that. Hell yeah. We are at the top of Angel's Landing. We got up here in about an hour or so, so it was pretty quick. In a little bit, we're going to continue onto this trail. I don't even know the names of the trails, but we're going to keep going. I heard the views are even better out there towards the west side. Straight over there. We are now on the West Rim Trail. The crowds is for sure dying down. And not as many people. We're going to go to this overlook site called Cabin Springs. It's starting to get hot, but we got enough water. It's starting to get really hot, but we have this whole place to ourselves, and that is why, because nobody is stupid as me to be out here. Woo! Made it finally to the end of the trail. Time to hide under the sun and take a nice fat break. For sure wearing my long sleeve on the way down. It's getting really dry and hot out here. But I trust my fitness that I'll make it back to the trailhead without getting heat exhaustion. I cannot wait to have an ice cold Gatorade. Hot as balls, hot as balls. Sometimes you're just getting your own thoughts from all the silence. It's just you out here, and then you just look down on the floor, focus on your steps, and you look up, and you just feel like you're in a movie. And I feel like that's how it should be. You should be the own main character of your own movie, and that's what life is about. A little emotional there, but you are the main character of the movie. You decide, you make your own decisions of how you want to live this life. Because we only have one. "5 hours later,
11.4 miles. We are back to the bike. Now it's just time to have fun, descend back down the canyon, and get some cold ass drinks because is my car. 108. That's the hottest I've ever biked. Dude, I was dying to get to the car. Next stop is food.
After lunch, I just took a fat nap and hid away from the sun. Stay tuned for the next video as I hike through the Narrows, go through Arches National Park, Capitol Reef National Park, and the Canyonlands. Till next time.
I'll be falling down, you'll be watching by my side, by my side. I just need a